Start your Sunday at 7 with James Sparvero and Jeff Morrow on 9 News Sunday Morning.
It's a beautiful morning. Come on in, friends. 9 News Sunday Morning. Jeff, we also have to welcome in that nasty weather we're looking at. Go Tigers, everybody. A fake field goal leading LSU to an SEC victory. Welcome back, friends. Just into our newsroom this morning. New information about the terror attacks in Paris. Authorities say 7 suspected terrorists are now detained. This is the most traffic we're seeing in the area, folks, here at the bridge and also at the I-10, I-12 split, as we showed you just a second ago. A really interesting note from AAA that I found: of the millions of cars on the road right now, a third of these drivers, AAA says, are missing a spare tire. 7 people killed when a World War II era plane, it's trying to do a stunt there, a loop they call it, it crashes. Difficult to watch. The traditional 3-egg omelet, and then the Big Daddy, the 5-egg omelet.
That was for you. You were a little bit taller.
Yeah.
You have more.
That's off the menu. Thank you, partner, and thank you at home for making us a part of your Sunday morning. We love having you with us. We hope you enjoy us as well. Make it a great day. We'll see you next Sunday. Well, you know the holidays are here when it's time to talk about a Santa Claus run. It's happening soon in downtown Baton Rouge. Robert and Karen with the Oaks Kiwanis Club here this morning. Robert, good morning.
Good morning.
Karen, Santa Claus this morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm excellent. Are you sure you want to hide your pretty face with the beard? Partner, I don't think you and I know much about this, but they say that you've got to be flexible, patient, and focused to do yoga properly.
Those 3 words are rarely used to describe dogs, though. As Rick Wells reports, doga is a thing that some canines actually seem to enjoy.
They perform during Mardi Gras, Saints, Pelicans games. Now the 6'10 Stompers, they're getting ready to reveal a whole new group of dancers. The all-male dance group. The Stompers expect to see at least 100 auditions the rest of the weekend. The guys who make it... I'm sorry, that guy just made me laugh. All right, so anyone who advances through the first round of cuts will return next weekend for the second round of tryouts. I'm putting that guy through. An outpouring of support in a small Louisiana town. A community trying to cope with the loss of a 6-year-old boy. This, of course, that boy who was shot and killed during a police chase. Our Kevin Fry has details from Marksville. Thank you for that, Kevin. Closer to home now, Baton Rouge police trying to piece together clues connected to another deadly shooting. It happened on Geronimo Street yesterday. Police say 30-year-old Keisha Parker was shot and killed. Investigators are now turning to you at home for help. They're looking for someone they say drove away from the scene in a green SUV. They're also trying to figure out why this happened, a motive. If you can be of any help, folks, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. You know that number. It's 344-STOP. Just 6 more days, Louisiana, leading up to the big runoff. Senator David Vitter and Representative John Bel Edwards talking to voters about charter schools. Senator Vitter says he's a strong supporter of charter schools and voucher scholarships. Meantime, Representative Edwards says he supports the schools when they're successful. Take a listen. You saw the graphic a moment ago. There are 139 charter schools in Louisiana. And don't forget, everyone, Election Day, it's next weekend. That's Saturday the 21st. Be sure to watch 9 News for complete coverage. Well, everybody, take a deep breath. Now's that time in our show to talk last night's big disappointment, and now how LSU football can try and get back on track. Coach Les Miles at the podium. The Tigers, they couldn't pull out a win at home, losing a night one 31-14 to Arkansas. That was the first score of the game. In just a few days, the Tigers went from number 2 in all of college football in those playoff rankings to now 3rd or 4th in the SEC West in their own division. 9 Sports, much more coming up on that disappointing loss, but a much different story up on the Bluff. Senior day for the Southern Jaguars. The Jags looking strong, topping Alabama A&M 46-7. It was a rout. The team, they now get a week off, leading up to the big one that Saturday after Thanksgiving, the Bayou Classic against Grambling. Again, folks, much more highlights later in our broadcast. Also, our full forecast with Jeff Moore in a little bit. He's back with us now. How you doing, partner?
I'm doing well, James.
Very well. We're staying warm. It is jacket weather.
Send things back over to James.
Sounds great, partner. Thank you very much. A federal judge will soon rule on Governor Jindal's plan to stop funding for Planned Parenthood. That ruling could come as early as tomorrow, everybody. A judge will decide if the proposal is legal. Governor Jindal, he started trying to defund the organization, you'll remember, after secretly recorded videos surfaced from an anti-abortion group. Planned Parenthood, they denied the allegations. Voters planning to cast a ballot in the primary election will have to wait until next weekend. The early voting period is officially over now. Election day, it's set for Saturday, October the 24th, just 6 days now. Remember, when you head to the polls, there's several statewide races and 4 constitutional amendments to vote on. To learn more about what they mean to you, go on over to our website, WAFB.com. And a reminder now to join us for one of the final debates in the race for governor. 3 major candidates joining us here at 9 News for a debate happening tomorrow night. Tune in with us. It starts at 7. You'll hear from State Representative John Bell Edwards, Lieutenant Governor Jay Darden, and Public Service Commissioner Scott Angel. Senator David Vitter, he's the only major candidate who declined our invitation. In North Louisiana, evacuations continue following the Red River fire. This is happening near Shreveport. Many people forced to leave their homes after the fire broke out on Thursday. Word is that it's now out. The Caddo Sheriff's Office tells us more about battling the flames. More from the sheriff. He says people can return to their homes once crews are done working and surveying the damages. They'll have that word out shortly, they say. There's more scary weather to talk about this morning, folks. Cleanup is underway in Southern California after those incredible mudslides. Have you seen this? Take a look at this video. Heavy rains sparked this historic flash flooding. You can just imagine being those people. Terrible. Authorities now say even more of that could be on the way. Crews are working to clear mud and debris from homes and vehicles that have been stuck for days. Officials say some roads may be closed for even longer. Some drivers, they tell us how it happened right before their eyes. Weather officials say Californians can expect much more heavy rain and flooding this upcoming winter. Jeff Moore, I read it was something like rain they haven't seen in some 1,000 years, which is a lot what they said about the Carolinas.
Yeah, very strong El Nino is going to be in place during the winter, and that causes a wet sort of winter for California.
Absolutely. Still ahead on 9 News Sunday morning, everyone. Violent unrest in the Middle East. Palestinians and Israeli forces confronting each other once again in the streets. Full report from the Middle East, that's straight ahead. Also, on a lighter note, we're helping you prep your fall garden by adding a sweet-smelling shrub. Get it growing. That's coming up next.